At some point, a quiet question begins to surface again. Not loud, not urgent, just there. Will I ever be able to love again? And sometimes, the question is followed by another. Should I even try? Few years ago, there was a man with foundation beneath him can build almost anything. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I'm glad this episode found you. This is a space where we talk through the parts of heartbreak and healing that most people never talk out loudly and honestly, without rushing to feel good ending before the real work is done. And if you've been here from the beginning of this journey, I want you to know something. The fact that you keep showing up episode by episode say everything about the kind of man you are becoming. Don't stop now. Today, we arrive at a question that eventually finds every man who has loved and lost. Now, not if you will ever love again, but how. So stay with me. Loving once and losing it changes something in you. You don't approach it the same way anymore. There is more caution now, more awareness, more hesitation at the door of anything that asks for your heart. Not because you have become cold or closed off, not because something broke beyond repair, but because you now understand at a bone deep level what it actually costs to give yourself fully to someone, and a part of you wonders if it's just safer to stay guarded, to keep a careful distance, to never go quite that deep again. Because going that deep again means risking the kind of loss again, and you are not sure you are ready for that. If this series has been working alongside through something real, share it today. Pass this episode to someone who has been asking themselves the same question. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can offer someone is a reminder that what they are feeling makes complete sense. And if you have not subscribed yet, do that now. There is still more of this journey ahead, and I want you here for all of it. Here is the truth. Maybe for a session, guarded is exactly what you need to be. Maybe what you need right now is peace, time, distance from anything that feels like pressure or expectation. But real healing doesn't rush you back into love. It doesn't hand you a timeline and say you should be ready by now. It prepares you quietly, slowly. It builds in you a greater clarity about who you are, a deeper awareness of what you actually need and what you can no longer afford to overlook. The version of you that enters loveness will not be the same version that entered it before. And this is not something to mourn. That is something to honor. We'll be right back after a short break. Stay with me, because after this, we'll talk about what loving differently actually looks like. And it may be more hopeful than you expect. Welcome back. So here is the refrain. The goal isn't to go back to how you loved before. It isn't to simply try again. Same approach, same pattern, same blind spots. The goal is to grow into a version of yourself that loves with open eyes, not blinded by desperation, not driven by fear of being alone, but grounded in something steadier, something truer, where you don't lose yourself just to keep someone, where you don't silence your own need just to make things work, where love doesn't feel like something you haven't lost your ability to love, you have to earn or survive, but something you can actually build in peace. That kind of love is not naive. It is not weakness. It is the most courageous kind there is. You are allowed to take your time. You are allowed to move slowly. You are allowed to look someone in the eyes and say, I am not ready yet, and mean it without apology. And when you are ready, when something in you feels genuinely open again, you don't have to give everything all at once. You can build gradually. You can observe before you commit. You can choose consciously, carefully, without panic. Because love, this time around, does not have to feel like urgency. It doesn't have to feel like you are running towards something before it disappears. It can feel like peace, not perfect peace, not without risk or vulnerability, but a peace that comes from knowing who you are, what you bring, and what you will no longer accept less than. That is not coldness, that is wisdom. And And wisdom is one of the most loving things you can bring into a relationship. It is still there. I promise you, it is still there. Just quieter now, wiser, more careful with itself, more honest about what it needs. And when it shows up again, it will look exactly like it did before. The recklessness may be gone, the blind leaping may be gone, but what replaces it is something far more valuable: intention, depth, the kind of love that knows what it is and choose anyway. That is not a loss. That is everything you went through this season to become. If this one lands somewhere deep today, share it. Pass it to someone who has been asking themselves whether love is still possible for them. Save it for the moment you need the reminder, and subscribe so you are here when the next episode drops, because this series still has somewhere left to take you. Until next time, be patient with your heart. It is not broken, it is becoming stronger.